So welcome back students. So today we are going to go ahead with the syllabus, and last time we have learned about the page breaks. Okay, so just we are done about the page breaks, and today we are going to learn something more about it. But before that we will just go through this assessment part. Now few assessment I am doing it for you, but there are also others that you have to do it, children. Fine. So this is the assessment, and there are four fill in the blanks. And the first fill in the blank is to insert a dash page break. Select the row below where you want to insert the page break. Now the answer to this, children, is vertical page. Okay, and I will show you where it is. Okay, so you can see, to insert a vertical page break, select the row below where you want to insert the page break. And then there is a second fill in the blank, and that is the answer for that is horizontal page break. So what exactly this means is, to insert a vertical page means I can also apply a page break vertically. Okay, and I can also apply a page horizontally. So that's the answer, vertical page break and horizontal page break. I've already typed the four fill in the blanks out here, and okay, this was the horizontal page. Right, so vertical page and horizontal page. And then the third question was, the breaks option is available under the dash group. So basically, children, it is available at the page setup group. So, okay, the breaks option is available under the page setup group. Okay, so the answer for third is page setup. Now let's go for the fourth one, and that is, to return to normal view after you finish working with page breaks, you need to click on dash in the dash group under the view tab. So the answer to this, children, is over here. To return to normal view after you finish working with the page breaks, click on normal in the workbook views. So normal and workbook views. So I will type that. So first is normal and workbook view. Now children, please understand, the version that they have asked in that particular book is 2007, and the version that we are working is the higher version. Maybe even if you have the laptop and you're working with Windows 10, most probably you will be having Windows, that is the Office 10, Office 13, Office 16 or Office 19. So certain options may not be available or maybe at different locations. Fine. So even that you will take care. So this is the exercise, children, the assessment for page breaks, and I'm going to share this with you. Okay, let me just create this as a PDF file, and then I will share this. And then children, few of the fill in the blanks I'm doing it, and the rest of the fill in the blanks even you have to try it. It's very simple to find out the answers basically. In fact, the subject itself is very easy. So I'm expecting full marks in the upcoming exams as well. Related to the upcoming exams for your UT exam, children, please, we have only one chapter, that is word processing, and the same type of fill in the blanks. I'll just save this first. Assessment for page break. Okay, I'll save it over here. Okay, so this is been saved as a PDF. I will share that with you. Now children, please understand that for the UT exam as well, we have the same kind of exercises, that is fill in the blanks. Most of them are fill in the blanks. Your exam will be, that is MCQ based. So just children, you have to go through all the fill in the blanks in the chapter of the word processing. That is something that we have done before, and it is very easy to find all the answers. So please thoroughly do your fill in the blanks, and also do try to go through the chapter as well. But yes, the exercise part, thoroughly children, you do it. Okay, so you should just know which option is under what. So it's not about only marks, but you should know what option and how to use the word processing software. And we have worked on MS Word. So children, please do the exercise part, and that chapter is word processing. So that we are done before vacation. So I'm not putting a lot of burden on you. So definitely all of you can score out of. Now let's move forward, children. Let's work on page layout view. Okay, now if you have a worksheet that contains huge amount of data with many charts and you want a professional printout, then what would you do, right? Spreadsheet software provides various page layout options. If it is not readable to you, I'll just zoom in. Okay, so spreadsheet software provides, okay, in this exercise we will learn the page layout option. Now let us, we have to click on the page layout under the work view group on the view tab. So that's the first thing. So let us practically understand this, children. So let's switch over to MS Excel. So what they are saying is we have to click on view, and then under the group of workbook views. Can you see this group, children? This is workbook view. This is show view. That is the show group actually. Zoom group, and this is the window group, and this is a macro group. Okay, so very small with a very small font. It is the name of the groups basically. So this is the workbook views, and under that we have, that is page break preview. So this basically, children, shows you that what exactly is going to come onto the page. So you can see that says page 1, isn't it? And then this is page 2, because this is, there is a line, there is a blue line over here. So it says that after this blue line comes the next page. So that is page 1 for you, and that is page 2. So now if I actually go to take the printout, and you can see this is the page 1, and just a small part is coming into the next page. So that is how it is going to work for you. So that is a page break preview. And then if you click on normal, you're going to come to the normal window, normal page, normal view, and then you can start working again. After that, children, then they are saying about page layout view. Under page layout, children, uh, this is how they are showing, like this is how your printout is going to look like. Okay, so you can see that this is the first page, and this is how your the printout is going to look like. And then this is the next page. Can you see it, children? This is the next part. So that's, page layout view. Now you can always go to page layout view, and you can set up the margins. Since this is the standard margin that normally, this is the margin that normally we use, so you can also narrow down your margin over here. So the margins will be narrow by that. Okay, also what you can do is you can click on the custom margins. So it is showing the margins over here, and you can see that at left hand side it's 0.6 inches, and from the right hand side as well. From the top it is 1.9, and from bottom it is 1.9. So you can always go ahead, and you can see it is showing the margin to you. You can change these margins. Okay, lower down a bit. Okay, so you can always go ahead and change these margins, children. I just keep one, or just, standard is 0.5 is much better margin. Okay, top also I can give. So these are certain settings you can do. Custom settings means according to the need of the customers you can do it. Then I can always go to print preview and see how the things are going to look like straight away from here. So you can see that margins has narrowed down a bit. In fact, it has narrowed down a lot, because I have just did the custom margin. So now that we are going to have the printout of this, it is the margin between the page and the actual content is going to be pretty less. It depends on the requirement. If you really, if there are a lot of columns and you really want to fit in everything, then you can go for the custom margins. So this is how you can apply the margins, children, and under the page layout view, and then we were under the view, and this is the custom view, how you want to see it. And One more important thing was, okay, let me just see in the chapter. Okay, so what are things you can do is the margins orientation. Now children, they are saying that under the page layout we have the margins, orientation, page headers and footers, okay, these options. But since we are working with 2000, this is a 2016 16 version, and you can see that view option we have normal, page break view, page layout and the views. And the options that they are talking about, we have it in page layout view. So certain difference will be there. As I said, certain options will be changed. There will be at different location depending on the version that you're working. So this is the margin, this is the orientation, the size of the page that you can select, and the print area. You can break the page, the background, you can give a background to the page, right? And then you can give some print title. So these are options under the page setup basically. And under the views we have, that is the workbook views, that is the normal, page break, page layout and the custom views. So now that is been said and done, let's see what's there in the chapter. So children, these are all the options under the okay, under the page layout. Okay, defining the print area, specifying the background, just now I told you about this. Fine. So these are the options. Then we have click on the margins, and then I've shown you this procedure. Then this is the custom margin, which I've just demonstrated how to give, how you can specify the custom margins. You can make the changes according to the need. If you want to just narrow down the margin, you can just narrow down it. Then you can see, you can start the margin values, you can set the margin values manually from the options available under the dialog box. Fine. So then, and you can specify a background for the worksheet using the background options, and that is the part children. Then one more thing was about the 5 types of views that they are talking about over here: normal view, page layout. And now this full screen option we don't have. We have that is managing workbook views. We have normal, page layout and page break preview and the custom views. Okay, and this they had said. Okay, fine. So, and one more thing which I want to tell you children, suppose it many a times happens that we have multiple documents that are open. Suppose if I take one more document, I open this document, okay, and then I go to the, then I have to switch from this document to this document from the from this panel, isn't it? So if I want to see all the documents, what I can do is I can go to click on arrange all and click on, that is tiled, and click OK, and you can see they are just adjacent to each other. So this is the new document, the new workbook, and this is the workbook that we are working. You can switch the view how it looks like if I go again to arrange all and click on the horizontal view, click OK, and you can say that is the top bottom, that's the first workbook and that is the second workbook. Fine. And so if you want, you can just close this and maximize this back. And then children, we can, okay, let me just click on normal to go to the normal view. So that is about the arrange all. And now children, this is some exercises that you can do it children. Just 3 fill in the blanks, very simple they are to search. Okay, so please do this. Then managing this workbook view, custom views. Okay, if you like to all that we have done children. Then okay, just now I showed about how to arrange all the windows. Just the same thing children, tiled, horizontal, vertical and cascade. You can just try out just all the options and you will get to know all this. Okay, just now I showed you one, that is tiled and horizontal. And Then again there is an exercise part, children. You can do this as well. So 3 this and the other 3 ones, so total 6 you can do it. Then apply cell and range names. This is also pretty interesting. You can give some names to the selections basically. Okay, so how to do this is, for example, if I select this and I want to give some name to this selection. Fine. So how I can do that? I can go to formulas and then I can go to the option that is define name. Formulas, define name, and I can give some name to this, any name, for example, you know, selection, just a name, and don't give any space while you specify the name. Don't give any space. You can, if there are 2 words, you can give a underscore between them. Fine, and just click OK. Okay, it is saying it is already exist, so I'll give some XYZ name, XYZ. Okay, and click OK. And now if I have to, okay, I just go back, click somewhere else, and I want that selection again. I had given some name. What was the name? The name was XYZ. So I simply click over here, right? That is the name box, and you can see the option XYZ or XYZ. Just click on that and you can see that selection has come back again, right? Click somewhere else, and again if I click over there XYZ, and you can see the selection has come back again, right? So this is how you can do this. You can give names to the selections, and this is the same thing that they have showed over here, the same activity which I showed you. So this is how you can give the names. Different workbooks also you can select and give the names, children. You can please do this practical, and then next time maybe we will few assessment, I will solve it for you. Today I have given you one assessment we have solved, so that you can do it in your fair copy. Then we are going to move down to know how to create and modify charts, and that is the next part. Fine, children, so please go ahead with this. Please do the practicals, all the activity that I have shown you right now. Please go ahead and complete all the activity. And again I repeat, children, for the UT exam you have only one chapter. The name of the chapter is word processing. That's the name of the chapter. And what is the word processing software that we have learned? We have learned MS Word, right? So MS Word we have learned. Please go through that, and please do the fill in the blanks of the chapters of the complete chapter, all the fill in the blanks, because it is MCQ based. So yes, the exam will be not really that difficult, won't be that easy also, since it is MCQ based. So things are not that really difficult. So I am expecting, full marks from all of you. So please study well for your exam, and then we will also going to have some revision. So in that particular period we are going to go through the chapter again, and if possible then I will just solve few exercises also for you if you're really finding something difficult. Fine. So that's it, children. Please study for your UT exam. Bye for now.